What villain was terrifying because they were right? What's the best way to appear smart even when you isn't? What do you want for Christmas? It's almost that season. Peace of mind. Your front teeth. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is to remove this song from existence so I would never hear it again. Big wonker honker goth e-girl gamer discord kitten dominating submissive girlfriend. About tree fitty. A vacation away from Christmas. What, you mean like January through October? What do you mean? A happy peaceful day without arguing with my partner. Nicolas Cage speeds up to you in a car and tells you, get in. There's no time to explain. What do you do? I get in. There's no time to explain, didn't you hear? Obviously, I'm getting in. I would watch a reality show like this where celebs just run up to regular people and do crazy like Schwarzenegger runs off and yells, let's get to the chopper, just to see if people will go along with it. You could probably have explained at least a little in the time it took you to say you couldn't explain. I bet there's time for a very brief explanation, mate. Are we absolutely sure and capable to recognize real Nicolas Cage and not fooled by a pro impersonator? If he's real, if he is absolutely real, I get in. Toss a box of bees through the window. Pass. Probably not gonna be good. At best, like a 40% shot it's a worthwhile project. What made you decide to get out of bed today? I had to go to work. I had to pee. Work, lol. We can be creative all we want, but we gotta be realistic too. Food, I got hungry. The idea of making money. I had to get ready for school. Responding to weird subreddits. Joy and gratitude for another amazing day. Worst reason so far. Self-confidence? It's kinda cringe, not gonna lie. Self-doubt is even more cringe, not gonna lie. Cat was hungry, pawing at my face. It was noon. I had to at some point. My mom forced me. What movie do you just not get? Tenet, 2.5 hours I'll never get back. I consider myself a mild movie buff and pay attention diligently when watching any movie. But when I watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things with Jesse Plemons, I had no sweet clue what was going on. The Lobster. I cannot fathom how that movie got positive critic reviews. La La Land. Eyes Wide Shut. Gone Girl. Anchorman. So it's a middle-aged man acting like a toddler? That's the whole premise, right? High School Musical. Zac Efron has abs. Whoop-de-doo. It was made for kids, alright? Happy Feet. It's terrible. If you could domesticate any animal, real or fictional, what would it be and why? I would love a dragon. Flying to all my destinations sound great. Pegasus. I'd be able to travel by land and air. Plus it looks really cool. Golden Goose. Pretty self-explanatory. I always wanted a pet griffin. PETA griffin. Pet fly. Now what? Why? Do Pokemon count as animals? Because then almost any Pokemon would be fine with me. I do have preferences though. Just let me ride a Ninetales, damn it. Yeah. What about Guard of... Never mind. A hippogriff would be awesome to have. A little Niffler from Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Because I could change things for thousands of people with the gold it would bring me. A blue whale. Praying mantis. One of the big cats. Kraken. I'd rule the seas. What's the first video game you ever played? Mine was Space Invaders DX or XD for the PlayStation 1. Super Mario Bros. Goomba number 1, World 1 was my first video game fatality. It was either A Link to the Past or Final Fantasy VI. Tetris. Sonic the Hedgehog. I still love it to this day. Kirby. Sonic on the Sega Mega Drive. Pac-Man on my dad's 286 work computer. Super Mario World. My older brother showed it to me one day in like the 2000 or 2001. Still one of my absolute favorites. Mario Kart for the Wii. The best Mario Kart, might I add. Who's your dream president? One time I dreamed Grimace was president. Dolly. Who, Dolly Parton? Or like a Dolly? I don't know. Jean-Luc Picard and Vice President Data. Bees. Okay. I don't think B-6900 gets a say in who's president. You're probably a convicted felon. Dave Chappelle. As a Canadian, I'd vote for Ryan Reynolds to be prime minister. Well, that wasn't the prompt, was it? What changes will you make if you had a chance to redesign the human body? Teeth regenerate like hair or fingernails. Gross. No thank you. More separation between the waste disposal facilities and the amusement park. Perfect vision. Remove cancer glitch. Fixed mouth-biting tongue bug. Increased health gain from exercising. Sleep is now on demand. Removed allergies. Increased ability to stay underwater. Fixed random pains. Bringing back tails. It's time. Ability to safely detach and reattach parts of yourself. You know that shock you get when you accidentally pinch the nerve on your elbow? Yeah, I'll disable that fucker. Add a pair of gills on shoulders. Ability to grow wings just strong enough to fly 100 meters high. Would solve a lot of fuel and transportation and population density issues. What movie is overrated? Black Panther. Fast and Furious franchise. Fast and Furious movies after Paul Walker dies. They're overdoing it. Home Alone 3 to 5 were extremely unnecessary and bad. King Avatar. Most ridiculous thing to ever be so hyped about. Frozen. I'm not saying it's bad or good, just overrated. And not OMG, it's the best movie ever and I'm gonna watch it on repeat like some people I know. The Breakfast Club. The regular show episode referencing it was more entertaining. Marvel movies and most superhero comic in general. A bit of a circle jerk. Someone doesn't like having fun. I found Ferris Bueller's Day Off to be kind of boring. I love most of the movies that people have posted. Which celebrity death hit you the hardest? Steve Irwin. George Carlin dying is still a major bummer. The world is worse without his criticism. Robin Williams. Alan Rickman. Heath Ledger. Chadwick Boseman. Taylor Hawkins. Naya Rivera. She played the first queer woman I had ever seen on a show when I was younger, and she made me realize some things about myself. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Whitney. Eddie Van Halen. Mac Miller honestly hit me pretty hard. I followed his music before he really blew up and got famous. Saw him at a small show before he really took off years ago and just knew he was something special. Very sad that it ended this way for him. Amy Winehouse and Left Eye. What will you never do? Steal my brother's legal documents and change some of the dates so he gets confused and loses a huge client to my girlfriend. Just not something I'd ever be interested in doing, TBH. Suspicious. Skydive. Watch She-Hulk. Whatever, man. It's a good show. You're missing out. At this rate, own a home. Give you up, let you down, or turn around and forget you. Just like Meatloaf, I simply won't do that. The stanky leg. What has become normalized in today's society that shouldn't be in your eyes? Hookup culture. Do with your body what you will, but encouraging a 16-year-old to sleep around and get knocked up and or catch diseases is a bad thing. The 5-day work week. I'd much rather work 4 12s or 3 16s. Get it all over with, spend less money commuting, enjoy my life, and treat work days like a write-off that I don't have to be mentally present for. 4 12s? That's more than 40 hours a week. Okay. Whining and complaining like a little bitch. Recording strangers in public who are simply living their life and not bothering anyone. Expecting to be 24/7 sensitive to others around you regarding their feelings and stuff. It's one thing to be blatantly toxic and hurting others intentionally, and another when you are just passing a harmless joke or casually talking with your colleagues and someone gets offended and calls you names, words, etc. Looks like the other side forgot to be sensitive towards you. Cancel culture. Pineapple on pizza. That's so true. Pineapple on pizza needs to freaking go. Instead of saying the title, quote a line from it. What's your favorite movie? Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. We thought you was a toad. This aggression will not stand. Man, everything is awesome. You're a wizard, Harry. Gee, give it away, why don't you? So you're telling me there's a chance? We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. I am your father. Which cartoon character becomes more relatable the older you get? King Triton from The Little Mermaid. Yes, he overreacted by destroying her stuff, but like, he did also have a point for being upset with Ariel's irresponsibility and sneaking out. Squidward. The Grinch. He just wanted to chill with his dog in peace and quiet. Professor Farnsworth. I'm already in my pajamas. Grandpa Simpson. Homer Simpson. BoJack Horseman. That's a red flag. As I get older, I look back at all the stuff I've done and hate myself for it. Charlie f***ing Brown. They really tried to give my man a hard time at every turn. Shout out to Linus though. You wake up to news that Canada has launched a special military operation and has invaded North Dakota. What's your first move? As a Canadian, wonder why. Hoard toilet paper? See what memes people make about it. Rename the other one to just Dakota. Drink my coffee and say, damn, that's crazy, and go about my day. Confirm there is in fact a North Dakota, and if so, notify both residents. I've never been to North Dakota, but I'm told there's a very beautiful woman hiding behind every tree. You wake up in your 16-year-old body in the year you were at that age. You have all your current memories and abilities. What do you do with your current life? This is my most sincerely held fantasy. Go outside more. Basically just sat in front of my computer that year. 1981. I would go insane with grief over my wife and daughter. Buy a guitar, start a metal band, and die young. I'm done. Trying to figure out my class schedule as I've long forgotten what that was. Take better care of my car and my grades. Have the courage to talk to the girls, especially the ones I found out too late who were interested in me at that time. Look at different options for career paths. Invest in what we all know are sure things and make a few sports bets. Hug my grandparents tightly and spend more time with them. Go to therapy and handle my depression before it gets out of hand. Everything else, I'd do pretty much the same. Just that this time I'll actually enjoy it and make some friends along the way instead of just trying to survive. Don't date that girl for almost 4 years. So she's available? I'd have a lot more confidence and more of a screw you attitude toward drama and unkind actions from peers. Don't succumb to the stereotypes of the era and take the home economics class I wanted to do. I could learn to cook but was afraid to because it was a girl thing to do. I would have discovered my love for cooking at an age I could have really done something with it. Hug mom and dad. Invest in Amazon and Google. What's your favorite rap song of all time? Triumph by Wu-Tang. Mind Playing Tricks on Me by the Ghetto Boys at least deserves a mention. The World Is Yours, Nas. Literally anything off Illmatic, TBH. International Players Anthem, UGK, and Outkast. It's a celebration of Southern hip-hop at its height and before Pimp C passed. Just an unreal song about video highlighting some of the genres and greatest legends. Children's Story, Slick Rick. New York State of Mind, Nas. Gin and Juice, Laid Back. Juicy, Notorious B.I.G. It Was a Good Day, me, Ice Cube. You suddenly gain godlike powers over the universe. What is the first thing that you do? I'd appear on some toast. Realize that I now have the power to accidentally delete existence and then immediately and accidentally do so as my brain considers how I'd do it. I would explore, stop time, and chill for 1,000 years. Edit Reddit post titles. Bring back dislikes on YouTube. Women of Reddit, what is something you wish other women would stop doing? Sleeping with Nick Cannon. Make nice with your daughter-in-law. Stop being shitty about her taking your son and you'll be asked to be a part of more that they do. Peeing on public toilet seats. Put some TP on the seat if you're that worried about germs. Trying to get me to join their MLM. Writing love letters to convicted murderers. Ugh, that makes me cringe from secondary shame. I'm embarrassed to be a woman whenever I read an article about some killer who got lots of press because his crime was unusually awful, who then gets tons of fan mail from strange women to his prison cell. Weird, intense dieting. To be clear, I'm not talking about trying to eat healthier or even trying to lose weight in a healthy way. I'm talking about the overwhelming numbers of women I know who go on these bizarre diets with fasts and cleanses, and they don't eat carrots, or they count how often they poop, or I don't know, weird shit. Then it becomes their entire personality for a while, and it's all they talk about. It always gives me strong vibes of a person who feels out of control in some aspect of their life, trying to regain that control in another, and it makes me horribly sad. Bringing each other down. Flushing tampons and other period products. What do you have zero of? Felonies. Sleep on my way to work this morning. Tomatoes. I need to go buy some. Kids. What do you have? 3 money? Regrets. No regrets. Friends. Bottles of dinosaur urine. If Texas is sending migrants to New York, what could New York send back to Texas? It's rats. Airdrop plan B. Power grid. Bagels and pizza would be nice. As a New Yorker, we could send the Texans themselves back. What is the most controversial food opinion you have? I love beets because they taste like how dirt smells. Cupcakes with super thick and ornate frosting are fun to look at, but rarely tasty. Why are French fries not suitable for breakfast, but tater tots are? I should be able to eat whatever I want for breakfast, even if it's not typically a breakfast food, because it's still mostly the same. Muffins are just cake disguised as breakfast food. Sushi rolls shouldn't be so big. You have to take more than one bite or else they disintegrate. Healthy food can be absolutely delicious. Probably not a controversial opinion for many, but I'll never understand the health nuts who eat nothing but unseasoned chicken and steamed broccoli. Is the goal to make the food as boring as possible so you're not tempted to overeat? Only vaguely a food opinion, but there's no such thing as special occasion food. Like, cakes are often associated with parties, but I'm a grown man, and if I want cake because it's Wednesday, I'm gonna get myself a Wednesday cake. Tall burgers that you can't even take a bite out of suck and shouldn't exist. For me, it has to be when we're at the end of the tortilla chip bag, and I dump the broken pieces into a bowl, pour the salsa on top. Ugh. I like to call this dish Mexican cereal. What genuinely disgusts you? People not flushing their poop or pee in public toilets. Another person's hot breath in my face for any reason. The goo in the sink drain once you've done the dishes. Touching this to clean the sink is always a gut-wrenching, vomit-inducing moment. Sitting on a toilet with pee on it. Vomit. What's the best way to appear smart even when you isn't? The smartest people I know aren't embarrassed when they don't know something. Be inquisitive and actively want to learn. Listen more than you talk. Develop your vocabulary and don't speak in cliches. Or only speak in cliches. Using big words when you and your audience don't know what they mean can make you appear more photosynthesis. I agree. It is all about juxtaposition. Ambidextrously speaking, I have to agree. Just listen. Don't say a word. If you wear glasses, take them off and slowly clean the lenses and then put them back on. Ask if they concur. What villain was terrifying because they were right? Magneto was my favorite villain of all time. Every time his motives are brought to light, I get that. Yeah, I kinda get it moment. None of you said the most terrifying one. Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls. He wanted to bring free energy and advanced technology to the people, and in one episode he actually did. He made the world an amazing place, and then the Powerpuff Girls ruined it all. Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace. See also Magneto, the Holocaust survivor, not wanting his species genocided. His X-Men plans were quite reasonable. Convert the world elite into mutants, thus guaranteeing they treat mutant fairly. Count Dooku just straight up told Obi-Wan that the Sith control the Senate. Ken from the Bee Movie. I too would go absolutely berserk if a talking bee stole my girlfriend and gaslit me into thinking I was crazy. The Bears from Goldilocks and the Three Bears. She broke in, ate their food, broke some furniture, and slept in their beds. My 4-year-old loves it when the bears eat her, at least in the one that I tell him. He always says he thinks she is the bad person. King Kong. Not even because he was right. He was just alive, minding his own business, and blam, taken out of his home and made to be the villain without any choice. A real good example of human nature. And with that, we're done for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.